Today, from the Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints taking on Taylor Heineke and the New York Giants.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Fighting through at the 25. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their 6'1" quarterback from Old Dominion. It's Taylor Heineke.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. On play action, Heineke. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season. Sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, it was something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something, and that's what happens when you have an undefeated.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Well, this defense for the Giants very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now 3rd down and 7. Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. So on 4th down, on is Lou Hedley to punt for New Orleans. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Heineke to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And you look at the Saints defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He completes it to Olave. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Looking to throw, Heineke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
He's going to air one out. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 now. Now Heineke.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They give it off here to the tight end. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
On first down, Carr.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. On the move past the 40. Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Juwan Johnson.
60 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Heineke now.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Heineke.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Heineke.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown from 17 yards out.
And the Giants are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for two. They're going to run it with Barkley.
And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a one-point lead. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the two, or I should say third and goal from the two.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get three, and take some momentum into the locker room. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Johnson.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. The final shot here before half for Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. To throw his Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Carr going to throw.
Olave over the middle.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Here's Heineke. Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Heineke.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone. And it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look,
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Pete Werner.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, You know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
The Carr's throw complete there to Perry. Touchdown, New Orleans. A.T. Perry, 34 yards. And the Saints are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now, he's got a man. Complete.
Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, 75 yards. And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Perry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's Carr to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. From midfield, here's Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Carr now on first down. He finds his man Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Kamara up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll move him back within 6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the two scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a New York first down, and the Giants are going to win the football game.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Giants, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0.
And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Saints, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time.